All right. We are back. Sorry about that. We had an internet blip and it just took too long to reconnect. So I'm getting everything situated. I'm going to redo the poll. There we go. All right. Let me redo the poll and then, oh, my time has been going this whole time. 9:14. Ugh. Go live. Huh. It's still lagging a little bit. All right. All right. Let's redo this. Sorry about that. All right. Hopefully, things are better. All right. There we go. All right. So we're sort of back. All right. Don't know what happened there. Little blip for the internet. It happened last night, so I might. It's been a while. Might need to reboot the router because it's been a while since I've done that. So, yay, I'm back. Yay, yeah. So, we're more of a mock builder, so it makes disappointed. It doesn't bother me though. That Lego City Steam Engine look. It does look kind of neat. I've been doing actually all the stuff that's back here has been stuff I've been building lately from one haul that I got, and it's a lot of old school stuff, including some really old stuff like from the 50s. So I'm going to use that as kind of my new mock build for displaying this year and next year. And I'll work on. I need more time to work on the Ewok village, so I need something to fill in the gap for the time being of what I'm going to display, and that's what I'm going to do. So there we go. So thanks for tuning back in after the little blip. Brickstone. Indeed. So how are you doing? What did you have for dinner? If it's dinner time or lunchtime or whatever it is for you. Our little building. And that is that. We got a bunch of extra pieces here for this bag. Bag 38. We are almost done with this box. We got 2 more bags in here, and then we're off to the last box. So, hi everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Had a little internet blip just a bit ago, so I had to restart the stream. It stinks when that happens, but what are you gonna do? Probably have to restart my router. It's been a while. I don't think my wife is taking up too much of my internet. You never know. Hey, Missy, good to see you. Welcome back. Oh wait, you. Well, you might have been in the stream. I don't know. So we got where's that go? Oh, I see. Okay. So, hi again, Bev. Thanks for tuning back in. Could have just been like, this stinks. It got away. So goes there. Yeah, I don't know what caused. I mean, we had one last night or yesterday. The other thing too is we've been having some. They're not quite brownouts, but we've had some flashes of our power kind of dipping a bit. Probably because we're getting another sort of pseudo heat wave, and like everybody is like maxing their ACs. So you missed the first part. Oh, we haven't done much. We've added to Pippin's room, including some more micro house or temple or whatever builds in order to, because this is going to go here, but we're going to be continuing the wall upwards as well. So you got to have the same like cities and things like that. So for the had an initial D tofu shop for Christmas instead of buying it myself. It's like I'm like yeah. One reason that's fun. That's cool that you brought up modulars. So one reason why I'm excited about all these old school sets that I've gotten is my wife came up with a great idea about, because there was a Lego Ideas book that was there that I remembered having as a kid. And this Lego Ideas book was neat because it told a story of a couple, a guy and a girl, that were starting their life with a car. They were driving, and they imagined, oh, we need a house, and so they built it, and they show you the instructions, and it continues from there. A whole bunch of different things. They go visit like different places. The town builds up slowly. It's just really cool the way they designed things back then and made it all about your imagination. So part of this is showcasing some of the old stuff, but also showcasing, like, with simple bricks, you know, you can do so many things that, like, modulars are cool, but I'm not a big fan of them because I think they're overly customized. Like, the pieces that they use and stuff is just overdone. And I think you can do just as good with just normal pieces. And like some of the stuff that kids came up with whenever we did this International Day of Play not too long ago was really cool. We're up over here. And it was just with normal 2x4 brick. And it's like, hey, this is important. This is what, you know, most things Lego-wise have gotten away from. And I think we need to return to that. But I'm going to do it myself, you know, with just with the bricks I have. So, yeah. Tuno 86 from Initial D. Ah, that's cool. Here, I sorry to say, I have no idea what Initial D is. I know what Tenacious D is, but I don't know what Initial D is. So I apologize. And Missy, yeah, you didn't miss much with the first part because, well, it all fell apart anyway. And all right, so we got doing another one of these set of arches. I was hoping the internet was going to come back faster, so the initial one was going to stay, but unfortunately that was not the case. Hi, you are. Good to see you. What did you have for dinner? Anime about street racing. Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay. Now it makes more sense, and that's cool. Now that you mention that, I think I have heard of it, but I'm not a big anime person. My older brother is huge into anime. You didn't miss much, you are, but we did have a blip, an internet blip, and so I had to start the stream over, unfortunately. big brick here. Get all that stuff to stay where it's. That's weird because the way they did this, like this can move because it doesn't tie into anything. It's interesting. Double cheeseburger, all right. Double cheeseburger is delicious. Not from McDonald's. Don't eat it from McDonald's. So I don't know if it's true. You saw the original stream was 17 minutes. Yes, yeah, exactly. Yeah, we had a blip. So probably got to reboot my router and stuff. You only dabble with anime. Well, that should make you excited that Dragon Ball Z is coming out for Lego, and Hello Kitty next year is the rumor. So there you go. A lot of people in this area, I think, are overusing their air conditioners because it got really hot again. So just over the last day or so. No, we keep ours. I mean, ours runs, but we keep it at like 75 during the day. So I mean, like, I don't know. Some people like theirs really cold. And like a lot of times they aren't even using it. They're probably off to work or whatever. Yes, really. Oh, you haven't heard that? Yeah, so Dragon Ball Z is the first that's coming out. Like I said, it's still a rumor, but it's a pretty well-founded rumor about Hello Kitty. But Dragon Ball Z is going to have minifigures next year. This year, towards the end of the year, they're coming out with the dragon, Shinri, something like that. Yeah, they are. That's coming soon. I'm not sure when. They haven't done any official images yet, but soon. So, like I said, that should make you excited. See, and that's the thing. If they come out with the right thing, you know, yeah, go for it, and you know, have a ball. Hopefully they do a good job with it. They've done some questionable things, I think, recently, and they've done some good things. Like Gizmo was a really cool fig that they did. They made him look really cool. But then, like, I think the Shrek figures look really dumb. I think they just look awful. So some of that might be the size that they're using for them, but like, I don't know. It just hit or misses. There's no in between. It's either really good or really bad, it seems lately. Okay, those columns. One there. Right. So yeah, be excited. Okay, let's do this over here. The rest of this. So yeah, like I said, it's definitely mostly confirmed about the Dragon Ball Z stuff, but they have not shown anything official yet. They have not. They've only shown a few, or you've only seen a few leak. But like the whole. So they did buildable Shrek figures first. They did like Donkey, Shrek, and was it Puss? I can't remember. And they look awful, I think. But then they also are doing minifigures. They're just not out yet. They're not coming out till later. Either later this year or early next year. So, yeah, I'm not. I think the buildable figures look really bad. All right, this is so that we can have another building that fits in. And there we go. We're done with that bag. we are on to the last of box 2. Now, there are these couple pieces in here still, but we'll put them to the side for now because we're not using them yet. Homemade burgers are the best. If I had time, I was too busy cutting grass and other things before stream. There was no way I was gonna have time to grill anything. So yeah, the Puss in Boots figure is the one that's released so far, or not released, but that's the one that you've seen, like whether it's leaked or not or whatever. Well, and that's the thing too. So that's why they're doing other questionable things, I think, with like Pokemon. They're finally, like, if they had done it first. Okay, so I talked about this on Saturday, but the Pokeball set is coming. Cool idea, very expensive. And I guarantee you, at least for a while, Pikachu is going to be an exclusive figure in there. Like, you won't be able to get him anywhere else. And, like, so the Pokeball set has, like, something like 2,000 pieces, and it's $300, which is insane. That's way, way, way overpriced. But that's what they're choosing to do, so. Because the IP, you know? It's interesting we're putting this on in front of whatever's going here. The sitcom sets are actually not too bad. We have a couple of them. Oops, I need. Actually, no, we have all of them, and they're not bad actually. Now again, it has to be the kind of thing that you want to do, but I think they turned out pretty good. And we're my wife found online, people have made it so, like, instead of them being difficult to display and like big and stuff like that, they've made it so you can just put them in the wall with like not shadow boxes, but the same idea. They're like picture frames, but they're thicker frames, and you just build up parts of the set in there so that everything shows up. It's pretty good. Hey Vab, haven't seen you in a while. Good evening. How are ya? Good to see you as always. Hope work is going well. Not insane. But if it is insane, hopefully you are making it through. Oh, the smart brick sets for Pokemon is just dumb. They should have learned from Star Wars, and they haven't. That's my opinion. That's all I got. Right, yeah. So it's good that they're doing minifig style ones too. But unfortunately, a lot of the stuff is like the stuff that's going to be playable as far as Pokemon goes is blocky and weird looking. I think the Mega Bloks that look better. But they're doing that so they can accommodate the smart brick, and I'm just like, Nope. Fab, where are you going in Florida? We're gonna be down there too. Yeah, I'm not a big Simpsons person. I don't know why. I just never got into it. There's a couple that I do like the Sideshow Bob ones and stuff like that, but I'm not a big Simpsons person. I don't know why. Just never got into it. Yes, what I don't understand is like, I mean, like minifigure is the way to go overall. I mean, like people want to play with them in sets overall, especially kids. But like, especially Pokemon, and I know kids that started growing up with Pokemon. You know, it started when they were kids and stuff, and now they're like, hey, I can afford sets, so they're, you know, that's why they're designing, you know, 18+ sets for Pokemon. But at the same time, it's a kids thing. Adults ruin a lot of that stuff. Oh, you're going to Cape Canaveral. That's cool. We'll be a bit north of you. We can talk later. Hey, Mr. Clicking Cliff. See, and it's fine for adults to enjoy Pokemon and do that. I know a lot of adults that play Pokemon Go and stuff like that, but the Lego is for kids and adults. But like Pokemon, like, I don't know. I liked Pokemon when I was younger, and it's kind of like, all right, you know, I'm done with it. Ah, we're doing pretty good, except for the blip we had earlier. I had to restart the stream because, well, we had an internet blip, unfortunately. Other than that, we're doing great. Thanks for tuning in, as always. I should be sending your stuff out Friday, Cliff, so you should get it within a few days. So, like, early next week, you should get your prizes. So there we are, finishing the wall portion. Now let's solidify some things. I like how they do the angles with this stuff. It's like they planned it very well. What did you have for dinner, Clippy? If you've had your dinner. That's the question I always ask. It's an important question, because people want to know what has entered your belly for tonight. Oh yeah. The working desk, that would be cool. I believe I saw that one. Been working more with discovering the sets that I have, all these things back here behind. I've been building over the last couple weeks and discovering new stuff, and it's pretty remarkable, and I'm excited to build the new mock that I'm going to, the new city, essentially. You had tacos. It is Tuesday, so you had tacos? Is that a tradition? Like, you do Taco Tuesday every Tuesday? Got another catapult here, it looks like. And if you're playing the Exploding Kittens game, it's a catcher-pult. We also have melon cats in there and stuff like that. All right, we're gonna make a little building top. These microscale buildings are really cool. Look at all these. All these little buildings are on the outside, and we're just making more because the wall just keeps going up. So are they homemade tacos? Like ones that you guys made yourselves? right. The internet wants to know. Oops. Ah, that building fell over. All those people are dead. Straighten out the architecture. Leftovers from the other. Oh, gotcha. Okay, yeah. You're going to 3 out of the 4. Okay, so which one are you not going to? I'm sure Kennedy Space Center is top of your list. So of the other 3, which ones are you not? Which one are you not going to? Ooh, and this is we got more words. Sword blades, recolored here in white, provide elegant balustrade supports. Balustrade. I don't know that word. That is too big of a word for me. So you're not going to Disney. You're going to Universal. Are you guys doing the entire Harry Potter experience, or you're just going to Universal Studios just to go to Universal Studios? So I know that's something we've talked about going and doing like park hopper passes and going to see all the Harry Potter, because we've never seen any of it. So and Legoland was fun. That was a good time. There we go. So we got little like things that go along the wall. Those are actual katanas, swords. Hey, after this, we're done with box 2 finally, and we'll be doing box 3. Wow. Yeah. Looks like we got another catapult here. These little tiny catapults are kind of funny. I remember from the movie, though, them launching catapults at the oncoming orc army. So pretty neat. That still moves, so it's kind of funny. It's going to attach at some point, but just not yet. These designs for the columns and everything is pretty cool. Did a nice job with it. And a bunch of extra pieces, and we are done with... Ooh, I got an extra sword, too. That's cool. Universal Main, Epic, and Island Adventure. We're talking about doing a 2-day pass. But yeah, yep, totally get that. All right. More words. This is for bag 40 starting. I do not love the bright sword for its sharpness, nor the arrow for its swiftness, nor the warrior for his glory. I love only that which they defend. And that's from Faramir, or Faramir, however you say his name. So we are building him as part of box 3. I think he's going to be the start, and that's bag 40. So let's move this out of the way. I actually got to do this over here. So give me a second. I got to open it because it's got tape. Come on. There. So much tape. There's like 8 pieces of tape for each box. That's nice. Do not always sheath your knife. All right. Oh man, So we are starting with bag 40. I gotta find it. There's 42, so we're getting closer. 46, further away. 44, mid-range. There's 40. Alright. Let's see if I can find 41, 45, 47. There's 41. One 42. I need 43 also. While I'm looking. 46. 48. 59. Do I see a bag 60? 58. I do not. 54. I need 43. There's 60, so I guess there are 60 bags. There's 43. Okay. Alright, good, good, good. I wanted to kind of line up the ones that I will need. So, there we go. Alright. Bag 40. First time opening box 3. There are a total of 60 bags, it looks like, for this over 8,000 piece set. Now, there are a lot of little pieces. But still pretty incredible. You can see how big it is. I mean, it's quite a large set. Barradur isn't quite as big. I mean, it's about maybe 2/3 the size of this, but it's tall. Whereas this is both. It's tall and much bigger. Pretty cool, though. So thanks, everyone, for tuning in. As always, really appreciate it. I'm going to get a cape out. Faramir's cape is green. Doesn't show up very well. There we go. So let's build Faramir. There's his body. Faramir is a very kind soul. We'll have his kind face being shown. His hair, of course. He's not bald. And he needs pants. There we go. I do like the printing. I do like the printing on him, or by his head. It's very good. We'll set him right here just for the fun of it. Oh, all right. So I'm gonna take this away. We're gonna actually put this where it's going to go because we're doing a completely separate portion of the build. So this goes like right there. Pretty sure. I mean, that's like where it mostly lines up. So we're gonna leave that there. There we go. We're done. All right. I'm not sure what this is we're starting to build. I mean, I'm guessing it's, part of that, or maybe it's further up. I don't know. I can't tell just by looking at it. I know the rough outline of everything for Minas Tirith, but I don't know the specifics. There are people that do, though. All right, flip and stick more things on. I like how they hide hearts. They hide hearts and everything. Flip it back over. That's the story of a lot of these. This set is flipping over to do the base and everything. It's a lot of flip over, apply stuff, and then flip it back over to do more, you know, solidifying everything. It's back and forth and back and forth. Right. Get a drink. There we go. 10.5 hours I've been busy building this. I saw that some guy just finished building it and did it in about 10 hours. I'm not speed build. I mean, like, I'm keeping track of how fast I'm building, but I'm not speed building this necessarily. Really impressive. Well, thank you. I do say so much. No, I know it's the build, not me. It is a great, and we're not even done because we got this whole section to do, and then even more section to do. Like it's going to get even bigger. It is definitely an epic sort of build, that's for sure. Oh, that's an interesting way to do this. So we're using this little corner piece here, and we're filling in flat pieces. So I guess this is going to go like right there. This is the start of that. There's our heart. Our heart is going to go right here. It is kind of interesting that they use those as, you know, part of the build. Nope, that one's too long. Too long. Oh, that's great. Thanks. Glad you're enjoying. Yeah, it's neat to watch it come together. Something like this that's so big, like, and you have to like adjust. Like, especially whenever you're looking at things, you're like, I don't know how that's going to go together. What are they? You know, why did they do it this way? And sometimes it turns out that, like, you know, really a bad way to do something. But in this case, it's not. So far, it's been really good. All right, I look forward to it, whatever it is. You like to do that to me. You like to say, like, hey, I have something for you. It's something that you think of that, like, I would have no clue about, or, like, you know, I wouldn't consider, and it's like, hey, that's perfect. You know, that's cool. So I look forward to seeing it. Lots of flat pieces for other stuff to go on top of. Now you're good at that. You've got a good head and eye for that kind of thing, and it's appreciated very much so. Like I said, you always come up with stuff, and I'm just like, what? That's perfect. All right, on to the next. Ooh, I just threw that at myself. Big frisbee. We're just gonna toss it. Ooh, we actually leave a space. That's interesting. So we do this. And then this goes here. But we have to leave that space right there. Interesting. Very specific. Leave the hole. All right, we got all of those. So there we go. All right, now we've got to. See, this is where the cool stuff happens. Where like they're doing the angle stuff. Where like they're using these hinges to apply them here and make it so we can do all the angled stuff. And they do it very well so far. I mean, like doing the angles of the walls and everything like that. It's all turned out really cool. Here we're going to put this. So you can see there's two pieces here, and they're angled specifically so you can build other stuff and make it work. So we flip over so we can add the other. Doing that the right way? Nope, this way. And then back over. And then we start. We have these kind of Technic pieces that have curve to them so that everything kind of fits together nicely. Nope. Building this room aspect, and I'm glad I found as working light brick that was only $10. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So I've used a light brick from I think it was shoot, now I can't think of the name. It's the guys that do like the Hello Kitty sets and stuff like that. They're Bricks Max or something like that. You see them in Walmart. And they did a pumpkin last year that I think the pumpkin itself was not the best, but they had a flicker brick. They actually had 2 flicker bricks. So I stole those for my own pumpkin builds. That was the Lego pumpkin because I thought they looked cool. But they had a light brick that you had to push down on it. While the flicker brick, you could turn it and it stayed on, and it was perfect for those pumpkins. So combining different it's gonna make the matrix blow up, right? Combining Lego and non-Lego together. Ooh. I can't remember what it's called. Brickcraft. That's what it is. Brickcraft. They did the Moon Man. They did the. Oh, that's a new piece. I haven't used one of these yet. I haven't even seen those. Yeah, Brickcraft. They did that, and I was like, this is the flicker brick was neat. think Brickcraft does that sort of stuff for a couple different other brick companies. I'm not sure. That was a weird. It was a snot brick that had the. Okay, so the snot brick is here. It's like a 2x2 snot brick, but in the back, the thing that it ties to, is in the middle as opposed to the bottom or the top. I have no idea what part that is. I haven't seen it before. That was different. Your guess is as good as mine. Something to look up for sure, because that's a neat part. This is all elongated and stuff, and like all floppy with all the hinges. I love the use of all the headlights that you know, for all these buildings and stuff, though. It's pretty awesome. Well, I forgot to give Farmare his sword. There's his sword. Come here, dude. There we go. Get your hair on there properly. There we go. I'd have to look in the back to see what part number it is. Actually, here, I'll just do that. Let me find what part number it is for you. Oh, wait, it does. I don't have a part list in here. Not in this one. I don't know where. The instructions are too big for whatever reason. They don't have a part list. All right, we're doing these. That's really odd. I've never seen that where they don't do a part list. Paisley, why are you in my box? Huh? The cat decided to go in the box. Of course they did, because that's what cats do. Alright, so they show an overhead view of how this is supposed to go on. Very similar to the previous one. Starts here. Is that right? Does that line? No. Wait a minute. This is interesting. Alright. So what lines up there? Okay. Let's start there. There we go. That's better. There we go. And then this just floppy. Alright, bag 41. I think I ordered these as best as I could. Well, this is exactly the same we did on the other side. It's we're going to use these 3 Technic-ish pieces and put them through, and we've got more arches we're going to build. The arches look really cool, I think, the archways. Handle goes over there. Just get it out of the way. there. Yeah, that was a neat piece I've never seen before. These are cool pieces with the thing in the middle. I've seen those before. Not a lot, but I have seen them. Oh, I guess this is a tiny house over here. So it's gonna get a little hat. And more arches. So I'm not sure who lives here yet. Pippin's bedroom is what is on this side. No idea who lives. Who's going to reside in this one, this room. But the top. So these top wings. This might be actually this might be Gandalf's room. Now that I think about it, but these top two wings are you can separate them out from the rest of the thing, so you can do them as play sets and stuff because they're minifig scale, which I think is a smart way to do a set like this. They did this with Barad-dûr. Rivendell is all minifig scale though, which I think in a way does it a little bit of a disservice. Because Rivendell could be a lot bigger and more epic, but it is a cool looking set. I did not get it, but it is still a pretty nice looking set. I like the evil stuff more though. So Barad-dûr made sense for me. I wasn't gonna get Rivendell. You're looking up that piece, aren't you? One more 1x2 with the hole in the middle. I'm not seeing it upside down or right side up. I bet you it's in the bag. It is not in the bag. That's what I see. Supposed to go right here. Oh, I did this backwards, that's why. Silly me. Silly rabbit, tricks are for kids. There we go. No, I don't have to start all over. They said there was something like 100 some odd profile bricks in this set. These white profile bricks, the pattern ones. I can't remember how many. 123, something like that. Just a huge number of these things are in here. So it's, and they even said they're like, this set has the most profile bricks of any Lego set to date. Good for it, I guess. Okay, knuckles there. And the big wall. Big wall. These are cool too. I'll show you in a second once I get it. These printed pieces that have like the little windows and stuff on them have been really neat. I don't have any of the other ones in here, but you can see them kind of. You can see them on like the little houses and stuff. So far, only in this set, so I don't think they are on. Well, I could be wrong. I mean, they could be on the Pick a Brick wall. Who knows? Or on the site. Who knows? Alright, let's make some columns. Didn't lose internet again, did I? Doesn't look like it. Looks like we're still streaming. Hopefully. Hopefully. Okily dokily. These columns are really nice, the way they're designed, very simple. So this is a way you got to use these little things on either end. This is a quick, dirty, easy way to use some Technic pieces to make your own columns. Any color, obviously. But only 5 pieces per column. And they look really good like columns. And like if you did this all white, like you would have some pretty cool Roman columns, you know. So easy way to do columns if you need them. Like this size. Smaller columns. But if you need bigger ones, then you can use like the 2x2 round. There's multiple different types of those. So there's our first column. So it's one of these, Fab. It's one of these, but instead of it being in the bottom or the top, it's right in the middle. It's just an interesting piece. Very interesting piece. All right. Now we know, and knowing is half the battle. Like I said, I have not seen that in any sets before. It is a new part. Okay, so they probably just had designed it for either this set or a very recent set. And obviously they used it here. Cool. It's 9:20. We're moving our way through. That column. I'm going to do the side. I don't understand why they're doing this way. I mean, I guess it's how the column is built, so they have to use the normal normal incline piece, but you're doing it upside down, but then it doesn't connect to anything, and it's very loose. It's kind of weird. And then it's not, whenever, even when you put something over top, it still can wobble. What they chose. But you can't use an inverted one that has the studs on top, or on the bottom, I guess you could say. Because it wouldn't work with the rest of the column, and the size just wouldn't be right. You would need a inverse stud or whatever, and they don't. Lego doesn't do those. Like Mega Bloks does. All the other ones do, where they do like a stud that, like, it's a 1x1 stud that has, you know, you can flip it over, and it has a stud on both sides, and it's like, oh hey, you can just like flip things over, so nice and easy. When did I do that? Oh, whoops. Forgot to put the other thing on. Like, why doesn't that fit? Because I'm a silly man. And sometimes I do silly things. Alright, we're almost done with this bag. Got a couple more of the column things to put on. Oops. Of course I did that wrong. And then we will be done with this one and on to bag 42. Which is... everyone knows. 42 is... the answer. The answer to what is... life, the universe, and everything. But no one knows the question. Now that we've had a bunch of these flower columns throughout the build. Alright, we're done with 41, on to 42. This is a smaller bag also. We might have to sort through and find some of the other bags. I think I have up to 46. Maybe that will be enough. Let's see. Yeah. Moving right along. Well, this is all. So this is all going to be interior stuff in here. So these are all like interior pieces. So let's move this to the side. Put our interior stuff. Be like, oh, this is a bookshelf. I like how they do bookshelves. A lot of times they do really neat things to make them look like books, and you know, the different colors and stuff, and they stack them up. Nope, not that color, this color. And then blue. And red. Yeah, dark red. So that's one side of the bookshelf, like that. And I've knocked over the bookshelf. Oh no! And this is the other side of the bookshelf. Goes together like that. There you go. Books. Book, 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 book. Oh, now we do the exact same thing further up. So this, I do believe this is Gandalf's study, like where he was looking up stuff about the ring before going to find Frodo, but he was delayed, unfortunately. Sauron delayed him getting to Frodo in time. So that's why Aragorn was there. There we go. Bunch of books. Bunch of books. goes right in here. Okay. So yeah, this is where Gandalf. So this is way far from the Shire. This is right near where the Black Gate and the entrance to Mordor is. So this is way far from the Shire. So Gandalf had a lot of research to do, and he got distracted because he was doing so much. And oh, look at this! We got a little. They come in there? Should. That'd be perfect. There we go. Little ink quill. And thankfully, printed pieces here for the little. There's a flame stuck in the book. You can't read it unless you know Elvish. But we've got a pile of books and things. Back up here in the corner. Ooh. So yeah, this is definitely Gandalf's study, because there are books and things everywhere. Piles of books, manuscripts, all kinds of things, all manner. This, we get to put a book together. There we go. And this thing clips onto it and holds it there. It's kind of interesting. So we got the book sitting there. I have it partially open. Oh, and that goes right here. A lot of book stuff. There we go. Put that arm the wrong way, at least in my mind. Guess what? More books! And of course a 3386. Can't leave home without it. Logan would be proud. Little candle. Wait, what? They're using a door piece. This is hilarious. To be a scroll. Hold on, this is cool. And this is how they keep it from moving. So we're using a door. This is a door for like a car. Sometimes this is used for toilet paper, but it's usually a lot smaller. So we're using this door piece with a frying pan on it. Like this, like the scroll is open. And then you put it inside here where the candle thing is. so that it keeps it in place. There you go. So there's your scroll just hanging out on top of this book. But it's a door handle. That's so cool. That is a neat use of piece. And let's see what the words say. In the archives of Minas Tirith, Gandalf found Isildur's scroll, which proved essential in identifying the One Ring. So that's what that is. This is supposed to represent Isildur's scroll. There we go. And of course, you need a chair, because how else you can't stand the whole time. I mean, I guess you could, but that would get old very quickly. There we go. That's neat. And that's where the whole thing of Gandalf, whenever he goes and he initially goes and sees Frodo, and he's like, "Do you have the ring?" And he takes it and he throws it into the fire. And that's how you know that the ring is the One Ring, based on seeing the writing that appears after being thrown into the fire. Wood. Oh, one piece. We'll put that there. Candelabra goes right here. The Lumiere is watching over everything. That was nice of him. So go back one more. Go back one more. So Lumiere is watching over everything. Actually, we do have a Lumiere. I could put his face on there and be like, "Hey!" That would be breaking the fourth wall, though, because we would be having Disney mixed in with Lord of the Rings. It would probably upset a few people, which would be funny. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if that happened in the movie? He had the candelabra just like, "Hey, how you doing?" Would probably take away from the seriousness of the Lord of the Rings. Which there are lighthearted moments in Lord of the Rings, but overall it is a serious thing. Gosh, I just love the way we build these little houses. Very creative. Oh, that's a lot of lightsabers. Handles down, or emitter down. These little tiny temples, just so cool. Look at that. That's just so neat. Like how they do all these little houses. What am I missing? Oh, it's supposed to just fit on with those three things. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Isn't that cool? That's just neat how they make those. Love it. I think we're done with this one, even though we have a bunch of spare pieces. I got like 2 feathers, a whole bunch of little pieces. Even have lightsaber thing. We got a bunch of little spare pieces. Nice. All right. On to 43. No, 40. Yeah, 43. What time is it? 9:36. All right, we're getting there. Might be able to get through this bag and one more. And then, not next week because I will not be home. So next week will be something completely different. We're going to be doing something that we termed last weekend the Manoli Matrix. And what is the Manoli Matrix? Well, you have to tune in and find out. It's like something you've never seen before, I guarantee you. Or at least we're going to attempt to do something that I've never seen before. Also, potentially, I have Megatron to build. The Brickheads tank. So, that's a possibility. Yeah, we got a lot of possibilities here. There's also the possibility of starting one of the, not the super big one, but it's a UCS. It's not the super big one, but a UCS Sandcrawler. So it just depends on what all we get into. Possibilities are quite endless, so maybe I'll post a vote and be like, hey, what do people want to see? But the Manoli Matrix is going to be it's named in honor of the person that's kind of came up with the idea, the concept. I was like, all right, so. It was almost like a challenge. It's like, all right, gotta figure that out now. I like challenges. They're fun. Yeah. More columns on this side, so we got 1, 2, 3. This will be fun to display along with Baradur at the Library Con when it comes out in September, October, I can't remember. But when we do, they've only been able to do like 3 hours in the past, and now this year they're able to do 4. They were able to get permission to be able to go for an extra hour. So it's going to start an hour earlier, and that should be fun. Oh, at 5:15. Oh, I know from our... you say so you're supposed to be Tuesday, you're saying. So as long as it goes off, we can see it. Actually, when we saw the last one, we saw it from Disney Springs, but we can see those launches from a dock near us in the water, in the middle of the river, which is pretty cool. Yeah, that's good. That's good to know. Have to remember that. So it's slated for Tuesday. Hopefully the weather cooperates. It is hurricane season. So I think hurricane season is just ending or starting to end. Yeah. So does anyone know why hurricanes never have boys' names? Anyone know why? Or didn't used to have boys' names? This is a joke. It's not serious in any way, but why they used to only be called girls' names? South of Canavera. Okay. Why did they used to only have girls' names? Like I say, the answer is a joke. So. And the answer, of course, is, well, if they had boys' names, which is, again, you know, they've done both now. But if they had boys' names, it would be a hurricane, not a hurricane. My wife did not laugh, really. That's an old joke. I remember that from like when I was a kid. But again, that's, you know, when I was growing up, the hurricanes only had girls' names. They never had boys' names. For the longest time. I guess they felt they needed equal opportunity. I don't know. Alright, more of these, columns. Yeah. There we go, looking pretty good. Little bits here. Yeah, we'll be able to do one more bag. What is it? 944. We'll be able to do one more bag, I think. Spare pieces. Yeah, this is gonna go. So I'm not sure what we're doing next. That don't say such a thing. Someone's gonna come up with an idea like that, and that would just ruin everything. Not sure what we're designing here. I mean, it's more column type stuff, but there's also some interesting stuff going on. weird stuff going. This is interesting. I'm not sure. We got these corner roof pieces here. These are inverted roof corners and stuff. I'm not sure what we're doing here. Snot bricks. We're just all over the place building some kind of random. Oh, I wonder if this is going to be the middle here. And this is going to have both pieces connect up. Because we've got these little hinge pieces here that just kind of don't connect to anything on both. So I wonder if this is going in the middle, just like right there. Actually, that's what it's for. We're even pushing these studs out here on the snot brick pieces. Kind of random, it looks like. It's like a little creature. I bet you that's what it's for. Interesting and curious way to make this all connect up. Oh yeah. We got like Technic pieces going randomly in places and snot bricks that are just like hanging out, and yeah. Oh, more snot brick. Oh, this is probably more. Because the rock goes up further. I'm not sure how far up it goes though. This is very goofy looking. Oh, and this is an, oh, okay, this is the archway. So there's an archway here between, going between. So this is definitely for here because there is a little path here, like Gandalf Road, all the way up to the top. And it's zigzag. They couldn't build it that way. It would just be too difficult to do the different, slope betweens and stuff like that. But it does zigzag upwards, so there are parts where it goes through the rock. This is a very, very small piece, so we might get, well, we'll see. Very, very interesting. Cool, but interesting. Claws here. Something's going to go through. This is going to go into our columns here in the front that we did already. Oh, I put those on perfectly without even trying. There you go. Column, little pattern thing. That's going to solidify it, keep it in place. So we're going to flip this around and put that there. This is not what I thought it was. Oh, no, it is. It is going to go the middle. This is going to connect up there, I believe. Yep. So, let's do... This is going to be interesting. We're going to move this into place. Oh, they don't have it connected. Interesting. So this whole thing is supposed to go like this. But they are not doing that yet. They're doing this. Oh, man. So that together, I'm not putting it all the way on there because I got 2 more pieces that I got to put on to keep it from moving. There we go. All right. So let's stop there. I had my timer going the entire time too, even whenever I was redoing the stream. So let's pause there and take a look-see. So the way this is supposed to go is this whole thing is removable. And it goes onto here like so. Couple studs here and there on every side. This one there for now. Now you see how there's wall over on this side. There's still wall that gets built up over here. They're showing that there are more books that I'm doing in the next step, so there's more to fill in and stuff like that. But this is how it's going to go. My guess is this part here, because there is a Technic pin here that like you'll be able to like take off a couple pieces and remove the rock so that you can remove this whole thing. Yeah, looking pretty cool. So if we look from the back, this is the throne room with eating his tomatoes, like, but you can see how the columns go all the way up and, you know, look really cool. So that inside looks good. The tree back there behind the throne. Our steward is chilling over there eating his tomatoes. It's looking really good. Yeah. And there's more to go. There's still a whole nother thing here, and like the front, oh man, it's still more to go. We have, so we're through 44, I think. Did we finish? Yeah, that was 44. So we have 16 more bags to go. There are 60 bags in this. So I'm not sure where they're going to go though, because like, to me, like, we have to finish this part here, the wall here, and then there's some roof and stuff. And then it goes higher, and like, I don't know, it doesn't seem to me like there's 16 bags left to stuff, but it depends on the size of the bags for one thing. But yeah, it's looking very awesome. Let's go back to the front because it looks goofy with this part, but yeah, it's looking good. So now I wonder though. Yeah, the throne room looks really good. They did a great job with that. I'm wondering if, like, because they don't show it being on here yet, because there's other things here. Like, there's still a whole nother tower here that goes, the rest of the rock and everything else. I wonder if I can have it on here and build up the rest. Because they show it being connected, and there's going to be more, you know, solidifying and stuff. But I guess we'll see in 2 weeks. So next week there will be a stream on Tuesday, but what we'll be building, who knows? As far as Saturday, there will be no Saturday stream this week. And maybe next week? Not sure. Depends on what's going on. Sorry about the blip earlier tonight. Thanks for coming back and watching, just appreciate all that. All the fun stuff, like, share, comment, subscribe, all those fun things. I know you guys have already subscribed. I appreciate you guys being here every week. But yeah, we'll see you next Tuesday. Hope everyone has a great rest of your week and a great weekend. But until next time, as always, may the brick be with you and keep on building. We'll see you next week for the Noli Matrix.